Hi guys, welcome to our Westside Wellbeing. It is 1 o'clock, it's Wednesday, so we are going to do some movement, and today it is yoga. So it doesn't matter if you've got any experience of doing yoga from before or no experience. We're going to take a full body stretch today. We're going to move with the breath, we're going to connect to our breathing, and it's just going to be really lovely way to spend 45 minutes. So grab a mat if you've got one, or a space where you can lie down comfortably on the floor. And we're going to start down on the mat. So I will come over and join you there. And just take this opportunity to get comfy. If you have any questions along the way, pop them in the chat. I'll try and keep popping over so we can have a little look. I've got my phone, you'll notice, down by me on the mat just so I can check in with the time. But I would advise turning off any distractions for the next 45 minutes. And yeah, come to lie comfortably on your mats. So, starting in this comfortable lying down position, you want to have your arms gently out to the side, palms facing up towards the ceiling. If you've got a cushion and you want to bring a cushion behind the back of the head, that's fine, but it's not necessary. And I just want you to tune in to pay attention to what you've brought onto your mat. So, what's going on in your mind? What's going on in your body? How are you feeling this lunchtime? And maybe the mind is racing and the breath is short. You've been using the chest and the mouth to breathe. Or maybe you've had a productive morning, you're feeling chilled, you're breathing from the belly, you're breathing more from the nose. Just paying attention, tuning in. And as we lay here, I'd just like you to start to think about changing the breath. So moving to a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale through the nose. Inhaling, filling up the lungs with fresh energy and oxygen. And exhaling, letting go of anything that's not going to serve you for the next 45 minutes. Maybe challenging yourself to take the deepest, longest inhale of your day so far. And just noticing that as you exhale, the body relaxes, the body softens, and you can allow yourself to sink further, deeper into the mat. And if you'd like to tune into this deep belly breathing, maybe bring one hand to rest on the stomach and one hand to rest on the heart. And as you inhale first, feel the hand on the belly lift as the belly expands, and then allow the hand on the rib cage, the heart to lift as the rib cage expands, the collarbones lift. And then as you exhale, first feel the collarbones drop, the ribcage contract, and then let the belly empty. Thinking about this breath in two parts. Inhaling, filling up the belly, and then the chest. And then exhaling, chest empties, belly empties. We're going to take 3 more breaths just like this. Excellent focus. You can let the hands come back down by the sides. Just gently bending into the knees, soles of the feet come to the floor. And we're just going to start to gently wake up the spine. So you can let the knees drop over to the left as the gaze goes to the right. And then inhaling, everything comes back to center. Exhaling, knees go to the right, gaze to the left. And we're just going to move like this with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. This time as you exhale, drop the knees down. We're just going to hold here for a slightly deeper stretch. So just taking a few breaths here. Feeling that stretch down the right side of the torso. Inhaling, coming back to center. And then exhaling, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Excellent. As you inhale, come all the way back to center. We're just going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. Give yourselves a nice big squeeze. And if it feels okay for you, extend the left leg all the way away from you. Hugging that right knee down towards the right shoulder. Taking 2 more breaths here. With every exhale, trying to squeeze the knee a bit closer towards the shoulder. And then release the right leg away from you. As you inhale, we're hugging the left knee in towards the body, interlacing the fingers around the top of the left shin, hugging that knee down towards the shoulder and breathing here. Trying to keep the right side of the body super glued to the mat, taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Releasing that left leg all the way away from you. And as you inhale, let's bend both knees, hug the knees in towards the chest, wrap the arms around the top of the shins, holding onto wrists, elbows, forearms, whatever you can grab. Bringing the head back to the mat, squeezing the knees in towards the chest, hugging them as tightly as you can. Taking 2 more breaths here. Excellent. Releasing the arms above you, extending the legs away, coming into a full body stretch. Point the toes, reach the fingertips. And then hug the knees all the way back in, but this time grab hold of the back of the knees and just gently rock from left to right. Maybe circle the knees in one direction and then in the other. And then we're slowly going to start to rock forwards and backwards. If this doesn't feel good for your spine or wherever you are on the floor, you can roll over to one side and come all the way up to a seated position. But if this feels good, we're just rocking up and down, massaging the back until eventually we're all going to come up to a seated position. So finding a way to sit comfortably, maybe with the legs crossed, maybe the legs are out in front of you, whatever feels good for you really. And then we're just going to bring the hands down by our hips. And as we inhale, take the fingers wide, arms wide, gaze goes all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, hands come down through the midline of the body. Excellent. As you inhale, take the fingertips nice and wide. Gaze goes all the way up. And then exhaling, hands coming down. Taking 3 more like this. Lovely, deep inhales through the nose. And exhales. 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, shoulders relax. And exhaling. Lovely. This time as you inhale, we're going to take the hands all the way up. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Left fingertips to the right knee. Right hand all the way back behind you. So you're coming into a twist. So you might find that you can take your gaze all the way around past your right shoulder. Sucking the belly button in, sitting up nice and tall. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. As you inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Gaze goes up. And as you exhale, twist and open the chest towards the left-hand side. Sucking the belly button in. Right hand to left knee. Left fingertips behind you. Sitting up as tall as you can as you twist. 2 more breaths. As you inhale, coming all the way up, gaze goes up. And then exhale, arms come all the way down. Lovely. We're going to gently rock forwards to come into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, tops of the feet pushing down into the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide, push down through the base of the fingers, the base of the thumb. As you inhale, belly drops, sit bones go up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, push down through the hands, the knees, the feet, suck the belly button in, tuck the chin. Inhaling, belly drops, sit bones go up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, arching through the spine, push down through the hands, knees, feet, push the floor away from you. Again, moving with this breath, 3 more times. Trying to get all that lovely mobility back into the spine. A wonderful counter posture to anything you're doing in daily life where you're hunched forwards over a phone or a laptop or the TV or a steering wheel. And then finding your way to stillness. We're going to carry on opening up across the shoulders, the upper arms. So keep the hips above the knees, but just walk the hands forwards, softening the chest down to the mat, the forehead down to the mat, reaching those arms forward. This might feel quite intense on the shoulders, the upper arms. If it does, just come back up a little bit. That's fine. We're just opening up everything here, warming up the spine and the body. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. See if you can push the forearms down into the mat as we slide the body all the way forwards, opening the chest, drop the hips down, untuck the toes. We're in our Sphinx pose. So the front half of your body looks like an Egyptian Sphinx. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is open. If this feels intense on your lower back, just move the hands a little bit further away. If you feel really comfortable here, maybe turn the hands out to the sides, push down through the hands, straighten up through the arms. But if it feels too much when you get here, just lower back down again. The key is that you can keep breathing in and out through the nose, taking 2 more breaths wherever you are. Excellent. Lowering down onto the forearms if those arms are straight. We're going to tuck the toes under, push the bum back towards the heels, take the knees wide, big toes touch. Reach those arms forwards as you sink the hips down towards the heels. This is called our child's pose. You're lengthening through the whole spine. Hips reaching towards the heels, fingertips reaching forwards. Nice long spine as we take 3 more breaths.
So we breathe in and out through the nose in our yoga practice to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, where you move out of your stress response cycles and into repair, regenerate, digest, relax. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Lovely. As you inhale, just start to walk the hands all the way back in towards the body, rolling up through the head, stacking the head on top of the spine. So we're going to try and stay sitting here with our bum on our heels. So if this feels too uncomfortable, just come back to a cross-legged position. We're going to reach the arms out in front of us. Now spread the fingers as wide as you possibly can. And we're going to fist pump here. So spreading the fingers, closing the fist, spreading, closing. So we're going to try and do it as fast as we can for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Maybe shake out through the forearms, the wrists. We're going to do that 2 more times. Just a really lovely way to warm up into those hands. We're doing a full body stretch and warm up today. So reaching those arms out in front of you. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. And fist pumping for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Shake it out. You might even want to bend the fingertips back towards the forearms as you push the heel of the hand away from you. You can do that on both sides. And then last time, you've got this. Reach the arms out in front of you. Spread the fingers nice and wide and pump through those fists for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Shake out through the wrists. Really nice work. Coming back into your tabletop position. We're tucking the toes under. Take a lovely deep inhale, and as you exhale, push back. Find your downward facing dog. So you want to have a softness in your knees and a lovely long flat spine. I'm just going to show you a common kind of mistake people try and make here is they straighten the legs, but their hamstrings are a little bit tight, so the back starts to round. You can see my back rounding. And this really is intense on the arms and the shoulders. So what I advise you do is soften into the knees so you can push the bum back and up and really lengthen through the whole spine so that it's nice and flat. We're just going to take 2 more breaths here. And the longer you stay here, you might find that you can start to lengthen out through the legs, but don't round through the spine. Excellent. Let's walk the hands back to the feet and let's hang low. Get the belly to touch those thighs. Hang nice and low. Take hold of opposite elbows. Let the head nod and shake. Maybe sway from left to right. Just let any tension in the spine, the neck, the shoulders just melt down towards the mat. And then release the hands, push down through the feet. We're slowly going to start to roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Pushing down through the feet, rolling up through the spine, keeping the chin tucked. Until the very last thing, your head stacks on top of your spine. And then you're breathing here. Nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. So this is what we call our Tadasana, our mountain posture. So you can try and get your feet together. Maybe pick up all 10 toes, spread them as wide as they will go, placing them one by one onto the mat. Pushing down through the balls of the feet, the heels, squeeze the kneecaps, the thighs, tuck the tailbone under. Give yourselves a couple of shoulder rolls. Reach the fingertips down, push down through the feet, lengthen through the neck, push the top of the head up towards the ceiling. So it looks like you're just standing on your mats, but really everything is engaged. Taking 2 more breaths. Excellent. Let's come into a side stretch. So as you inhale, we're reaching the arms up above the head, and we're going to interlace our thumbs and spread the fingers. We call this a butterfly grip. So reach those arms up above the head. You're going to have to trust that I'm doing that. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, reach up and over towards your right hand side. Lovely. Inhale, nice long body. Squeeze the kneecaps and the thighs. Exhale, see if you can fold deeper. Try and keep those shoulders relaxed. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. As you inhale, come all the way back up. Cross the thumbs the other way. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, let's reach up and over towards the opposite side. Keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Nice long inhale. As you exhale, folding deeper. Excellent. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. As you inhale, coming all the way up, we're going to float the hands down to the back of the lower back. So fingertips pointing down. Squeezing the elbows together, feet at hip distance. As we inhale, we're just going to push the hips forwards. If you feel comfortable here, gaze goes up. And if you still feel comfortable here and you're breathing in and out through the nose, start to open the chest up towards the ceiling, squeeze the elbows towards each other, come into your back bend. Releasing the head, breathing here 2 more times. As you inhale, let's come all the way back up to standing. Flip those hands to your hips. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards. Folding forwards from the hips. Let the belly rest on the thighs. First 2 fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, pull down the toes. Elbows come out towards the sides. Crown of the head reaches down towards the mat. Shoulders reaching up towards those sit bones. Now, it doesn't matter if the knees are bent a lot or a little bit, but having your belly touching your thighs protects your lower back. So this isn't about touching your toes with straight legs. We want to have a bend in the knees, belly touching the thighs. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Release the toes, hands to the hips, push down through the feet, keep the spine long as you come all the way back up to standing. Lovely. Step to the back of your mat. And then bring the feet to hip distance. We're going to step forward on the left foot. Really nice big forward step. Turn the back toes to a 45-degree angle and point the left toes forward. Try and turn your hips and your shoulders so that they're square to the long side of your mat. And then inhale the arms up parallel to the floor. Gazes over your left fingertips. Squeeze the kneecaps and the thighs. And as you inhale, try and reach forwards. Reach, 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 reach. And then let the left hand come down to rest on that left leg. Gazes up towards the lifted fingertips. You're squeezing the kneecaps. You're squeezing the thighs. You're opening the chest. And you're breathing. Excellent. As you inhale, come all the way up. Use your strong core. Lovely. This time, keep the legs where they are. Drop the back hand down the back leg as you reverse. Left fingertips reaching back behind you. 2 straight legs. Breathing here. Excellent. As you inhale, come all the way up. And then we're just going to move with the breath between the forward and the reverse. So as you inhale, left arm comes down, gaze goes up. Next inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back arm down the back leg, reverse your triangle. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, left arm to left leg, gaze goes up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Lovely. As you inhale, coming all the way up, bring the hands to the hips. Now turn both toes to point towards the long side of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale, gaze goes up. As you exhale, let's fold forwards. Nice, long, flat back. Bringing the hands to the floor. If your hamstrings are tight, go wider apart with your feet or soften into your knees. We just want to try and keep the back nice and flat. So I'll show you this from the side. No rounding and arching through the back. We want to fold from the hips and we want to lengthen and flatten the back. And if you can't get your fingertips to the floor without rounding, just keep your hands on your hips. Keep that back nice and flat. Wherever you are, just taking one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Lovely. Everybody bringing those hands to those hips. Soften into the knees, push down through the feet, come all the way up. And then on our mats, we're going to turn the right toes out and bring the left toes in on a 45-degree angle. So we're going to do those triangle poses on the opposite side. So hips and shoulders are square to the long edge of your mat. Inhale the arms up parallel to the floor. 2 straight legs, remember, gaze over your right fingertips. Inhale, reach forwards first. Make space in the spine by reaching and then let the right hand come down to rest on the leg. Left fingertips reach up. Gaze follows those fingertips, breathing here. Lovely, nice strong postures. Inhale, coming up. Reverse, bringing the back hand down the back leg. Reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Let's hold here for a couple of breaths. Nice, let's flow. Inhale to center. Exhale, right arm down. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, left arm down. Inhaling to center. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time to front and back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Lovely. Bring the hands to those hips and then just step the feet together. Find your way back to the back of the mat. Taking a couple of breaths here, arms by your side. Breathing here. So we're going to start to do a little bit more work, opening into our hips. So hopefully you're feeling nice and warm through the body, starting to feel a bit more open through the chest, the shoulders, a little bit more relaxed in those hamstrings. So from here, we're just going to step the feet wide to the width of the mat. So if you're not on a mat, it's about kind of half a meter. Turn the feet out on a 45-degree angle. Bring the hands into a prayer. And as you exhale, bend the knees, start to sink the hips down. So you want to stop as soon as your heels try to lift off the mat. So if you're somewhere around here, that's great. You might find you can fold forwards and get the elbows inside the knees. You might find that you can start to get the hips all the way down towards the mat, keeping the chest nice and open, the shoulders relaxed. So we did this one in Pilates a couple of weeks ago. So just getting used to opening up into those hips. We're going to take a few breaths here. You've got this. Keep relaxed. Use that breath to control your breathing. Release any tension in the face, the mouth, the jaw. Excellent. Releasing the hands to the mat, we're slowly going to start to walk forwards, find our way back to our tabletop position. And I just want you to tune into the body here. Notice how you're feeling, maybe just gently wiggling out through the body, maybe circling through the shoulders, the wrists, maybe pushing back to circle through the hips. And then we're going to come up onto our knees, tucking the toes under. We're bringing our hands to our lower back again, just like we did when we were standing up. You're pushing the hips forwards. And we're going to just move with the breath here. So push the hips forward as you inhale, gaze goes up. As you exhale, start to tuck the chin, just rounding through the back, folding forwards. Inhaling, pushing the hips forward, open the chest, gaze goes up. Exhaling, tucking the chin, rolling forwards. Doing this 3 more times. Inhaling, hips go forward, chest goes up. Find that back bend. Exhaling as you come all the way up, tuck the chin, rounding forwards. 2 more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Lovely. Just coming all the way up to a neutral spine, untucking those toes. Release the hands. We're going to bring the sit bones to the mat. Shuffle forward so you've got enough space to lie down, but keep a bend in your knees. We're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh, opening out that right knee to the side, and you can gently push that right thigh away from you. If you're not feeling much here, you can take both hands and interlace them underneath the left thigh, hugging the knees in towards the body. Maybe pushing the right elbow into the right thigh. Starting to get an opening into that right hip. Taking a couple of breaths here. Trying to keep those shoulders relaxed, the face relaxed. Enjoying this stretch and opening into the right hip. Excellent. Bringing the left foot down. We're going to take the right hands to the outside edge of the right foot. And then just start to bring that right foot parallel to the ceiling above you as the right knee comes down towards the floor. If you feel really comfortable here, option to extend your left leg away from you. But if it doesn't feel good, just bend back into that knee. Your practice, your choice. Excellent. Taking a few breaths here. Lovely. Releasing that right foot. Bending into both knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Just take a moment here to breathe. Left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh, opening the left knee out towards the side, pushing the left thigh away from you with that left hand, or taking both hands underneath the right thigh, hugging the knee in towards the chest, maybe pushing that thigh away with the elbow. Breathing here. Shoulders relaxed. Lovely long deep inhales and long exhales. Couple more breaths on this side. Excellent. Release that right foot. Bring the right foot to the floor. And then just grab hold of the left foot with the left hand. Try and bring that left foot parallel to the ceiling, the left knee coming down towards the floor. You can keep a bend in your right leg, or you could extend that right leg away from you. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, we're really getting deep into that left hip. And we're just breathing here. Remembering that every exhale, the body softens, it relaxes. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Excellent. Bringing a bend into both knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Just take a moment here, breathing. And then just like we did at the beginning of the class, we're going to hug the right knee in towards the body and then extend the left leg away from you. So you're squeezing the knee in towards the chest. Maybe pay attention, notice if there's any differences now in that hip. And then we're going to take the knee all the way up and over towards the left-hand side, getting the right hip on top of the left hip. Knee comes to the floor or a fist, or you could just let that knee hang if that feels good for you. As you reach the right fingertips away from you, gaze follows those fingertips. Completely soften and relax down onto the mat. And really pay attention to what happens in the body as you exhale. As you let go, you soften, you relax. And maybe scan through the body, notice where you might be holding on and squeezing and tensing, even though you don't need to. See if you can soften and relax in those places too. I'm going to take a few more breaths here. Excellent stillness. As you inhale, come all the way back to center. Give that knee a lovely squeeze and hug in towards the body. And then extend the right leg all the way away from you. And just take a moment here. Notice how you're feeling across the hips and the legs. Let the blood flow circulate back to normal. Settle here. And then let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So as you inhale, left knee comes in towards the body. You're squeezing and hugging the knee in towards the chest. And then from here, we're going to guide that left knee all the way up and over, this time to the right-hand side. And take the time to get your left hip all the way on top of your right hip. And maybe the knee comes to the floor, or you want to rest it on your fist, or it can just hover, as long as that feels safe for your knee. And then you can release the left fingertips away. Gaze follows those fingertips. Completely soften and surrender to the mat beneath you. Try and keep that lovely focus and stillness. Taking a few more breaths on this side. And then as you inhale, bringing the knee all the way back to center. Maybe giving it one final squeeze in towards the body before you extend the left leg all the way away from you. We are coming into the final posture of the practice. This is our Shavasana pose. So you can let the feet go a little bit wide. Let the toes drop out to the side. Maybe just tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the arms go a little bit wider, palms surrender up towards the sky. Lift the head, tuck the chin, replace the back of the head to the mat. There is nothing to do here but breathe. You've got all of that energy, all of that movement out of your system over the last 45 minutes. So you can find complete stillness here. Every time your mind starts to wander, just invite it to come back to focus on the breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Every single time the mind wanders, just bringing it back to focus on the breath. Starting to think about taking a slightly deeper, longer inhale and a longer exhale. As you inhale, literally inspire life back into your bodies as you wiggle your fingers and your toes. As you exhale, rotate through the wrists and the ankles. On an inhale, let the arms come all the way up above the head. Find a full body stretch. And then release the arms down beside you, rolling over onto the right hand side. Just find a gentle recovery position. And then if you can, keeping the eyes closed, slowly start to push yourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Final few moments of inward reflection. Scanning through the body, notice everything that's changed over the last 45 minutes. And as you exhale, just let it all go. Knowing that wherever you are in this precise moment is exactly where you're meant to be.
Thank you so much for dedicating this time to practicing yoga with me, to finding the time for your mat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. And just to let you guys know, next week we are doing Tabata with Jamie. So it's going to be 20 seconds, intense activity, then rest. And then we'll repeat that through a series of postures. And you can access all of this content on the Westside Wellbeing YouTube channel. So you can come back and do these whenever you like. And if you've got any questions for me or for Jamie, we're on Coaches for Change on Instagram. And if you've got any questions for Westside Bid, they are at Westside Bid on Instagram. So please don't be shy. Feel free to send across your questions. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for joining.